Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into the region's first e-commerce webinar. This is going to be a short series based around Facebook advanced marketing. I'm going to walk you through three things today. Those three things are going to be how to create an ad account. I'm going to teach you about the three basic forms of ads and the three that are going to be the easiest for you to use and track. And then lastly, I'm going to dive in and show you some really cool stuff about the audience insights. We have tons of information. Our customers are all over Facebook and we can track them and we know their likes and interests. And because of that, we can create highly personalized messages for them through audience insights. So the first thing that we need to do before we get started on actually creating an ad is going to be to create an ad account. Now this screen that you're looking at right now, this is your business manager screen. You have this hamburger menu here in the top left corner. This is going to be where you go to do most anything that you need to do with your ads. Facebook does this really cool thing. Anything you hover over, it's going to give you a short description underneath there where that little I is down at the bottom. So to create an ad account, you're going to want to go into business settings. Once you're in business settings, the third icon down on the left is ad accounts. Now this is the only thing we have to do before we create an ad. It's super easy. All the way over here to the right, you click add new ad account and then create a new ad account. You can name it whatever you want. Nobody sees this name except the people who have access to your Facebook. And then you would select who you're advertising on behalf of. So if you have multiple manufacturers or multiple stores that you work with, you'll have options down there. And then you can input your payment method here or you can input it at the end. And then you would just click create ad account and you'd be ready to go. So once you have your ad account, you're actually ready to start diving in to make ads. This is your ads manager screen. Right up here in this hamburger menu again, you'll see ad manager under create and manage. So if I had any active campaigns, you'd see them listed all down here. I'm going to go ahead and dive into creating a new ad for you. Like I said in the beginning, I'm going to show you three basic forms of ads. The first one I want to teach you guys about is brand awareness. Now, brand awareness objective, this is for reaching people who are more likely to be interested in your dealership, your service, your brand. Facebook will automatically optimize this type of ad for people who have an interest in your business or the service that you're providing. Reach. Now, reach is similar, but it's a little bit different. Instead of optimizing it for customers who are more likely to be in your business, it's going to optimize the ad to reach the most amount of people. So for example, a reach ad, you might use that as a way to promote an event at your dealership, or maybe you want to promote a service coupon, or you want to send them an ad for the Camry sell down, for instance. You could send them an ad for Camry sell down also in this traffic campaign, which is the third one that we're going to talk about. Now, the difference between reach and traffic, a traffic campaign is going to be more optimized to send people to a destination. So in the example of the 2017 Camrys, we could actually drop them directly on your Camry inventory page, which is super cool. We drop them right there and then we're able to track how they got there through Google Analytics. So brand awareness, people who are more likely to be interested in your brand or the services that you provide. Reach is going to be the most people. You're going to show your ad to the maximum amount of people. And then traffic, you want to drive people to a certain landing page. Maybe you want to drop them on your tires page or your brakes page or even your service scheduler. We could send Toyota Care reminders to our Toyota Care customers and drop them right on our service scheduler. Those are the three that I'm going to focus on today. And in a later webinar, I'll get into lead generation and store visits. This lead generation one is cool, however, because it pre-populates the user's information for them. So their name, email address, phone number is already listed there. They don't have to do any work. And then you can basically make the lead form say whatever you want. I recently set up a hiring campaign using a lead generation form where we were able to put 3 pre-employment questions on there for them. So I'm going to go ahead and show you just the very first steps of creating a reach campaign. You always want to name it because you might have multiple campaigns going at once. Now today I'm just going to show you the very basics of targeting. All right, so first of all, like I said earlier, if you have various manufacturer pages, you want to make sure that you're on the correct page that you want to be advertising to, or from, I should say. Now this location right here, it defaults to United States. I'm going to go ahead and pretend that the region here is a dealership. So here you would just input your dealership address, and you'll see these numbers over here to the right populate. I'm going to scroll down. I typically like to go ahead and input my budget first because then these estimations are a little more accurate. If you wanted to do a lifetime budget, I want to run this ad for 1 month using $150 for the month. And then you'll see this estimated daily reach update over here. So when we scroll back up to the top up here, you'll see that this defaults to 10 miles. For my dealership, I want people within 20 miles to see it. And you'll see these updating over here as well. You can drill down to age and gender if you would like, and even languages that people speak. So this detailed targeting, this is where the bread and butter is. This is the really cool stuff that we should be taking advantage of. So within this bar right here, you can pretty much type in whatever you want to. So I'm going to say I want people that are Toyota owners. Now, you'll see here as I hover over each of these, you can see one that says interest in Toyota. So those are people who have expressed an interest or pages related to Toyota. Behaviors. You can see over here to the right, behaviors, owners of Toyota. So these are people in households that own Toyotas. How do they know that information? Well, Facebook partners with Polk Data, IHS Automotive. So they have all of our registration data and they know what kind of car we drive. So let's say I'm setting up a service campaign here and I want to see within 20 miles of my dealership, ages 18 to 65, men and women, there's 280,000 potential reach with an estimated daily reach of 9,000 to 30,000. Now that number seems very broad. That's because these are based on certain past campaigns, budgets, and Facebook user behavior. So I'm going to say, for example purposes, I'm going to say that I want to send Toyota owners a ad for an outdoor accessory campaign. So we're in the middle of summer. We know people like to go camping and hiking, and I want to say owners of Toyotas. And then I also want to check, hey, can I actually drill down to see owners of Tacomas and owners of Tundras and Forerunners? Right under here, you hit this little button, Browse. This is going to populate these different categories for you. Under Behaviors, Automotive, Owners. So we have the make. So we can drill down by brand. We have the style, so we can drill down by style. And we can drill down by people who have aftermarket parts on their vehicles. So I'm going to type in Tundra. So Toyota Tundra, people who have interest in Toyota Tundra. Toyota Tacoma. Toyota 4Runner. So as you can see here, these are people that are interested in the vehicles that we might like. And then I want to see people in my area that are into camping because they're adventurous, right? They might need the roof racks and the bed liners and the tow hitch. What about people who like kayaking and mountain climbing? If I spell it right, that'd probably help. Mountain climbing, mountaineering. So you can see here, I'm just building an audience of people. I want to send Toyota owners that are interested in 4Runners, Tacomas, and Tundras. They also are interested in camping, kayaking, and mountaineering. And what I've just done here is I created an audience of people that match the criteria that I want. I want to send these people an adventurous ad, something that's honed in on the outdoors and them being sportsmen and campers and hikers and kayakers. If I start typing, actually I'm going to go ahead and just browse this. Another really cool thing under here is browse, behaviors, automotive, and you'll see these 3 sections right here. New vehicle buyers, near market, in market, and max in market. So what near market means is that these are people who are going to be ready to purchase a vehicle within the next year. So near market is within the next year. New vehicle shoppers that are in market, these are people who want to purchase within the next 180 days. And you can see right over here, people in households that are likely to buy an Acura in the next 180 days. I could go down here and I could look, and it says people who are likely to purchase a Toyota within the next 180 days. And then max in market is going to be people who are ready to buy within the next 90 days. So within 3 months, these are customers that are ready to purchase. You can honestly type in anything in here that you want. Type in something random like kale, people who are interested in kale. Say that you're in Boise and you want to target Boise football fans. There it is, Boise State Broncos football. What this gives us the ability to do is send highly personal messages to our customers. The next screen that you would see, and I'm actually going to stop here on this screen because this is another webinar for another time, but this would be your next step. You would select the type of ad that you want, and then you would begin to build your ad. Now, as you build your ad, this example to the right over here would update. Like I said, I'm going to stop here because what I really wanted to show you folks was how to segment your audiences and target people that you want to target. And you'll see these suggestions that pop up here. Maybe they're also interested in outdoors and things of that nature. So this is really how you hone in and you send, we could send just very personalized messages. So the third thing that I wanted to show you is this page here called Audience Insights. Now, what Audience Insights are is it gathers all the Facebook information from our location. You get here under that same menu to your left, Audience Insights. So this brings up, in the United States, because that's what it defaults to, there's 150 million to 200 million monthly active Facebook users. So I'm going to drill down and I'm going to say Portland, Oregon. So in Portland, there's about 1 to 1.5 million active people. And this really breaks down all the demographics. We can see what their job titles are. We can see their lifestyle. Job titles are a fun one because we could send coupons to healthcare and medical workers right here. Hey, thanks so much for taking care of our health. Let us take care of your vehicle's health. Whatever it might be. You could target IT people with maybe a cool little geeky ad for getting, IT and tech people in there. Really encourage you to go ahead and click on all these tabs and play around with it. For the sake of time, I'm going to click on this purchase all the way to the right. So it breaks down their spending. It breaks down their purchase behavior. So here in Portland, people spend a good amount of their money on sports and outdoors and food and drink. So imagine if we were able to partner with a very popular restaurant, or we were able to run a Facebook campaign that says, come in for your oil change and receive 10% off at whatever your local popular restaurant might be. This is where you really start getting creative. And then down here at the bottom, in market for a vehicle, automotive purchase behavior, and it gives you the source. So is anyone here surprised that in Portland, our hybrid and alternative fuel is the most popular? I'm not. This blue bar represents the audience that we've selected, which is right now just Portland, Oregon. And then that gray bar is all Facebook users in general. And you can see it breaks it down by the type of vehicle that they're looking for. Now this is all really cool. Over here, so under interests, let's say that I want to target people, for example, I want to target people who are into fitness and wellness. Hey, you're healthy, let's get your car healthy. Hey, you like lifting heavy weights, we like lifting your heavy tires. Whatever it might be. I know that was kind of lame, so I hope you think of something better, but just pulling off the top of my head here. You can target people who are into food and drinks. Which kind of food and drinks? Hobbies and activities. Maybe they're home and garden, pets. You can also drill it down to all of these different demographics. Maybe you want to send parents of small children an ad and you really want to highlight the safety. Or maybe you want to do an ad for your dealership highlighting that they're family friendly, family owned and operated for 30 plus years, and you want to hit families because you know that that message is going to resonate with them. We can definitely do that. We can even say people who are in a new job, new relationship, away from their family. We can say, I want to know, and as I click one of these, look at these data over here change. So people who make between $250,000 and $350,000 in the Portland area, they're spending a lot more money on home and garden than the rest of the people who are spending it on sports and outdoors. Did you see how that changed when I clicked this box? Let's say I want to see what people like in Portland that have a net worth of $500,000. What do they spend their money on? Looks like they spend a good amount of it on clothing, sports and outdoors, home and garden. I always make this joke right here. If you wanted me to send an ad to a Chinese 32-year-old female who works at Intel and drives a Porsche, I could do that. And I could hit every single active monthly Facebook user in our community that matches that criteria. Audience Insights is a little creepy. It's definitely a little Big Brother-ish. But I really encourage you guys, get in here, play around. It's really awesome information for us to be able to use. And all of these categories go back to creating our ad. Where'd it go? Right here. We can type in everything that we see in Audience Insights, their education, relationship status. We can select all of that. 3 things to remember. You got to create an ad account first. I really encourage you guys to learn about the 3 basic types of ads: brand awareness, reach, and traffic. And then get in there and learn your audience insights and use that to create highly specific marketing messages. The more specific we can get to people, the more we can resonate with them. They will click on our ad and we can drive them to whatever website we want or give them whatever information we want to. But first, we have to create an ad that really, really resonates a very personal message. Once again, thanks for tuning in, and I really look forward to the next one.